Well, a couple of late goals by the Vancouver Canucks and a power play opportunity made things interesting, but it's the Edmonton Oilers who prevail with a 3-2 victory from Rogers Arena in Vancouver. They conclude their preseason with a 6-1-1 record. Welcome to the Oilers TV live post-game show. I'm your host, Tony Barr. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. We're going to get some live post-game reaction. It sounds like we're going to get Evan Bouchard and Colton Sceviour, however, not confirmed. But one thing I can confirm is we'll talk to head coach Dave Tippett, as we always do. So hang on in just a few moments. We'll get those up right away.
Yeah, that was a big win for us. We just really wanted to finish off the exhibition the right way and get ourselves ready for the first regular season game. I think that's what we did today.
Yeah, I know a lot of people think it's exhibition, but there's a lot of guys on this team fighting for jobs and trying to get jobs. And I guess how important is it, you know, for guys like that to put in a good impression here and kind of make some difficult decisions for the coaching staff?
Yeah, I think that's huge for the team. I think inter competition is good for any team. For a game like that, when a team plays well, team wins, it kind of helps everyone's case. Everyone kind of looks good, so I think that was good for us.
For yourself, how you feeling now going into the regular season? Scoring a goal there and looking really comfortable, especially on the power play.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about my game. I think the team should feel good about the way we're playing. So I think as long as we keep buying into what coaches are throwing at us, I think it's going to go well for us.
Saying that, is it nice to get the preseason out of the way and now kind of focus on the regular season?
Yeah, definitely. It felt like it was good to get the first few games in, and by the end, it kind of felt like somewhat of a regular season game. That's how intense the games were getting. I think that that's going to help us a lot.
A few extra minutes for you, Evan. Close to 21 minutes. How did you feel like the flow was for you handling those extra minutes with your partner?
I thought it was good. I worked hard throughout the summer with almost everyone here worked hard this summer. So I think getting those extra minutes were really helpful for me and helped me really settle into the game.
It's been very clear that you made it clear, I should say, that you're ready for an NHL roster spot. Your head coach said you might be an X factor on the defense corps early in camp. What would you categorize your preseason like in terms of laying the foundation come over weekend?
I thought it was overall a pretty good preseason. Getting the first few games out of the way was nice. Like I said, by the end of it, you kind of get the regular season feel in a game, and I think that's going to help the team and myself personally. Really coming into that first game, it's going to feel a lot easier than a lot of the other times.
Your shot tonight was almost like a seeing eye shot. I'm not sure exactly how you can answer this question, Evan, but can you take us through what you're looking for when you're looking to get the puck through a lot of bodies like you did?
A lot of the times, it's really just looking through that first guy, see where he's at. Luckily enough, I got to pass that guy, and the forwards did a great job battling in front of the net, taking the goalie's eyes away. So credit to them for standing there and doing the dirty work.
Any questions on Zoom? Perfect, thank you. This concludes Evan Bouchard's media availability.
I don't know. I'm not involved in that at all.
We'll take questions here in Vancouver and then go to Zoom.
Colton, a pretty important game for you, given that it's your last game of your PTO, whichever way it goes. How did you feel like your game progressed with this group over the course of the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you can see that the date's coming. The rosters have to be submitted soon, so you want to put a good foot forward in the last game. And yeah, I mean, obviously, anyone would have liked to score a little more, but I think I showed my my versatility and my ability to play the defensive side and PK and that kind of thing. And that's kind of what was going to keep me here. I don't think goal scoring was going to be the main focus of my preseason, and I think I did a pretty good job of showing that side of my game.
Take us through that play that you ended up with Brendan Fleeting with. Did you know he was behind you? Was he calling for it?
Yeah, he was yelling, and I figured this out that the guy as hot as he is, you get the puck on his stick any chance you can. So he was yelling. I had an idea he had his guy beat, and the other D-man was sliding over. So I figured if I got into that area he was going, he was gonna do what he did with it, and it worked out.
And in terms of your versatility, you played in I think it was left wing for the last couple seasons. You said predominantly, and then you shifted over to the right. You played center. How comfortable are you playing with either of those positions if an NHL contract comes your way?
Yeah, I think probably naturally I'm a winger, left or right. I'm probably equally as comfortable. Center is probably a position I've played at the NHL level the least of the three. I'm comfortable there. I think usually I'm used more as a fill-in if things go a certain way or lines get mixed up and you kind of need someone to fill in. Spot games here and there more so than a full-time center. But I'm comfortable at all three positions, and I just try to play my game and play simple and play smart and be defensively reliable no matter what position I'm in.
We always say that we're our own worst critics. On a personal level, do you think you did enough? in this camp?
I mean, I think I'm pretty hard on myself. I'd like to be perfect. It's obviously not possible in much, especially in hockey. So, that's not my decision. Whichever way it goes, I'm comfortable with how I played. I don't think I came in and, was so bad that I kind of wasted anyone's time. I feel like I gave it a shot, and I think I put a good foot forward. And however it rolls out from here, that's out of my control. But I'll be happy that I came here, took the shot on it, and let's see what plays out.
Derek, again, to the center.
How's it going?
Just want to ask you about, doing that, kind of blocking out all the white noise and everything that's going on, right? Just focusing on you, your game, and putting your best foot forward out there. I guess what's that like? Just coming here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're going to come on a PTO, a camp and anything, you're not going to come here just to come. You're not going to come wasting any time. You're going to try and show what you can, show your game, show what you think you can do to help the team win. And that's what I did. That's what my goal was. And I'm like I said, I'm happy with how I performed. However, this all plays out.
When it comes to being at the bottom half of the lineup, is that being responsible defensively, making the right play? Going like what? You're not necessarily going to go out there and score a bunch of goals. That's not what they need from you. They need you responsibly here. And is that kind of what you're focusing on, trying to show the coaches and press them that you can be a responsible player?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's kind of what's got me to this point in my career. It's gotten me, a good amount of games in the NHL was being smart on that side. My offensive numbers at the NHL level, were anywhere from good to decent. They're never going to jump out at you, but I think my two-way game, my ability to kill penalties was probably the biggest strength and what I bring. And I mean, you look at the lineup of the Oilers, like they score goals. That's not a problem. I mean, I don't think they didn't need me. They don't need me chipping offensively. They've got that covered. So, I want to show the other aspect of it. And if I can chip in, a handful here and there, and help win a couple games, I think that's kind of your goal as a bottom six guy. But I think that defense comes first, because if you're playing in the bottom six and getting scored on, you're not going to get a lot of ice time.
There's depth they brought in some depth, and there's a lot of, I guess, competition for those roles this year, maybe more so in years past. How does that push you, knowing that the guy beside you is battling for that same spot? And I guess, does it kind of motivate you, and you guys push each other type thing? I
mean, yes, but I think whoever you want to say is battling for spots, I think a lot of us are very different players. I think it's different things we bring to the lineup on a nightly basis. So I think it kind of just comes down to how those puzzles fit, or how those pieces fit in a lineup puzzle. I don't think whatever happens to however it plays out, I don't think it's necessarily that they aren't good enough. It's just that right now the puzzle pieces fit a certain way. But I think it's every single guy I think that's in that locker room can play at the NHL level. I think you've seen it. You see a lot of different types of players, but everyone can play at that level, and it's just finding that balance throughout a lineup so you can roll 4 lines for 82 games and give yourself the best chance every night.
Take a couple questions on Zoom here, Colton. Here, do you have one more question?
No.
Okay. Mark Steiner, Sportsnet, go ahead.
Hey, Colton. I never asked you this camp. You grew up in Red Deer, or were you a Flames fan or an Oilers fan?
I was wondering when that was coming. Believe it or not, I was actually neither. I grew up. I remember my first hockey memory was watching the Red Wings win in the either late '90s or early 2000s. So I became a Steve Yzerman fan and actually followed them, which is. Yeah, you don't expect it. I figured it goes one way or the other, but I didn't have the family ties pushing me one way, so I went way out in left field.
Okay, I guess I'd ask, where are you? You're at that point, like so many veteran guys. You got 500 games in the league, which is a lot. But now you're on a PTO and you're trying to make a team here again. Like in the old days, it never went that way. Where are you in your career? If it doesn't work out in Edmonton, what happens next? Where are you thinking right now? With the preseason over, it's time to get a contract or do something else. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I haven't tried to think too much about if it doesn't work. I came in here with the intention of getting a contract, playing for the Oilers this season, and that's kind of been the way I've tried to think. If that works out, I'll be ecstatic. If it doesn't, well, we'll figure out what the next step is. Yeah, there was an opportunity this summer to come in and give it a shot and try and make a team. And that's what I did, and that's where we are now. And let's see where the chips fall.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. This concludes Colton Scevior's media availability. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem, guys.
Finish off the preseason a good win for you guys, and you're playing pretty much all NHL also.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was probably not the exact way we would have liked to finish it, but win's a win nonetheless, and it's always obviously a good feeling winning rather than losing. So hopefully it was pretty good preseason by all the guys and great efforts out there. So hopefully you can keep it rolling.
Give me a thought on your 6 goals. You got to be obviously really happy with coming in here and doing what you
Yeah, anytime you get an opportunity like this, especially in the NHL, try and take advantage of it, and just want to come in and work my hardest and do my best. And yeah, the goals, they come and go, but I think tried to work as hard as I could on a two-way game and really be dependable out there, and definitely try my best.
Give me a thought on your goal. That's the type of goal that kind of looking for some of you guys jumped on a loose puck and
Yeah, no, it was a big couple blocks there by Sceviour in our own zone, and then that kind of started everything and got on the hunt and the forecheck, and back the other way, and he made a really nice pass to me. All I had to do was kind of just shovel her in.
And just one last one for me. Just a thought on there's a lot of guys battling for spots here, and you're playing with them. And I guess what's it like, sitting beside guys knowing that you guys are kind of maybe battling for the same job, or
you know what? That's sports, man. Do it all summer. You compete in the gym, whether you're playing golf, whatever. That's competition. So for me, I really enjoy it, and the older I get, the more I really take pride in trying to do my best to win and to be in the hockey side of things a good solid two-way player. But that's competition of camp, and every year you come back, it's always the same thing. There's always younger guys, more guys drafted, college guys, free agent signings, whatever. There's always competition amongst guys, and that usually brings out the best in a lot of guys, so it's a lot of fun.
Any questions on Zoom? Thank you. This concludes.
No questions on Zoom? Come on, guys.
This concludes Brennan Perlini's media availability.
Thanks, Brennan.
Dave, for Colton Sceviour, last game on a PTO, what did you make of his body of work, not only tonight, but throughout the course of camp?
You know what, he's been solid, and that's what we expect from him. He's played over 500 games in the league. He understands the league. He understands his role. with Archibald being out, he's a guy that come in and we give him some penalty kill time, and he was solid all the way through camp.
Evan Bouchard opened tonight scoring. Everyone talks about his booming shot, but it's one of the most underrated aspects of Bouchard's game, his ability to get the puck through defenders.
It is, and not just his shooting ability, but passing ability. He can find lanes. Smart player, and now he looks like a mature player now. He's not a kid anymore. He's come in. We play him in all situations: penalty kill, power play, and 5-on-5. And he's still got some growing to do, but he's a good player right now.
Early in camp, you said he could be the potential X factor on this Oilers defense core. How do you feel like he's laid down the foundation in preseason for opening night?
Really solid. Like he's come in, and like I say, he's playing like a mature player, and that's what we needed. We're the one question mark coming in. We felt like we added some depth in our forward group, but changing as many D-men as we did, we think we got to. There's going to be some work to get that up and going. Keith and Cece have played well the last 2 games, but Bush has been in there. I think he played 6 or 7 of the exhibition games and been solid all the way through. So that's a real positive for us.
A lot of talk has been made about Nugent Hopkins' 200-foot ability, and rightfully so. But speaking of underrated assets, his ability to strip the puck, he nullified a few Canucks chances on the rush today.
No, that line was excellent. I've been wanting to look at them that way with Draisaitl and McDavid playing together, and Hyman is a worker extraordinaire. He drags people into the fight with him, and Nuge that line was really solid for us tonight. They did a working job that created some chances, and Yamo had a good shorthanded goal. So it's good to see them play well.
Lots of competitions for a job on your bottom 6, and it looked like they gave you a lot to think about because you looked like everyone on the bottom 6 had a good night tonight. You like that competition for sure, and there's going to be, like I said yesterday, I don't think anybody's played themselves off the team, but there's some guys that have played well. Shore has come in and really played well at that center position. Perlini's got 6 goals in 6 games or whatever it is. That's those things speak for itself. Sceviour has played well. Kyle Turris has played well, and Mack and Benson they're young guys that are pushing for jobs. So we'll talk about it tonight and tomorrow morning with Ken and his staff and just see where we go. Does it come down to necessity as opposed to who was the best player at camp, or when it comes down to those last?
Probably a little bit of both. Like you get people that play themselves into a position that they force your hand to play them in there, but then there is some necessity stuff that comes within special teams or what you're looking for, on a line. So those are all discussions we'll have later tonight and tomorrow morning.
Now, Zach, I'm sorry if you've already discussed it, but do you expect him to be on the IR to start the season, or do you think he's going to?
I don't know. He was in good spirits today, so I think we're day to day here, and I know he's got to go through some protocols, so we'll just see where it goes from day to day here.
And last one for me, just Nico got a pretty good solid open.
Yeah. You know what? All our goaltenders were played very well in camp. We talked about young Skinner got some good minutes in. Mikko got some good minutes. Schmitty played very well the other night, and Konovalov played very well when he played. So it was the goaltenders played very well. It's a real credit to Schwartzy and what he's done with them and the work he puts in with them. But that's a real positive sign for us coming out of camp.
Dave, one more for me. I know it's been a short sample size with Keith and Cece, but have you seen a little growth in that pairing since they were first paired together?
Yeah, very much so. I talked to Cece a little bit today, and they're getting comfortable with each other. They're both veteran guys, and they're both coming into a new situation, so there's a lot for them to take in a short amount of time. But both good veteran guys. They played a real solid game out there tonight, and it's good to see they're coming along. I think you'll continue to see them grow together and be a real solid pair for us.
Got to ask you about the boos every time Keith touched the puck tonight. Looks like the Canucks fans don't forget, despite the uniform he's wearing.
I was wondering what it's about, but I guess there's some history between the Chicago and Vancouver series. So that's. I was hoping it wasn't the first thing tonight, so he laughed. He's used to it, I guess. So it is what it is.
Thank you. If there are more questions, this includes fans media availability.
All right.
Thanks, Dave. Good job.
Teams he won Stanley Cups with. One with the Rangers, multiples with the Oilers. Here's Jack Rathbone faking a shot. Now lets one go. And off the goal stick of Mikko Koskinen. Has room to skate. Now passes to Elias Pettersson. Down the left side. Throws on the brakes. Feeds back. Rathbone lets one go. That got through. Here's Pettersson on the backhand. And right into the outstretched pads of Mikko Koskinen, who's able to squeeze the puck under his leg. Down to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Plays the puck to the blue line. Evan Bouchard to Kyle Turris. Now Bouchard lets one go. He scores! A 90-mile-an-hour slap shot, thanks to our NHL Edge stats. Evan Bouchard, they call them Bouch bombs in Edmonton, and it's 1-0.
Well, and give Warren Foegele credit because he's the one cruising through and gets in front of Thatcher Demko. Demko looking. He's okay there, but there's Foegele now. Lining himself up, and look at Foegele, slides across. And Tyler Myers is also out in front of Foegele and goes through Tanner Pearson, Tyler Myers, Warren Foegele, and by Thatcher Demko.
Out by Cody Ceci. Shen pursuit by Perlini. Chris Russell with a pass through. Sceviour puts it in front. Perlini scores! Another preseason goal for Brendan Perlini. His 6th in 6 games. And it's 2-0 Edmonton.
That was just a bad, you can see Luke Shen looking up. As he threw that one across, he thought Nils Höglander was closer than he was. And that created the turnover with the Canucks all going the other way. You can see that's behind Höglander. All 3 forwards are going the other way, and Perlini is by himself. Beautiful pass out in front. And Perlini makes no mistake. Colton Sceviour with a nice slider. Perlini with the empty goal.
Leaves for Dowling, back to the line. DiGiuseppe tees it up. One timer by Myers is stopped by Skinner to Miller. First shot. Hughes stick handled into traffic. Lost the puck, and it's going to be a breakaway for Ryan. He's got Yamamoto with him. Pass to Yamamoto, in on goal. He deeds, and he scores! A short-handed goal for the Oilers. Yamamoto putting it upstairs past Demko. And after the turnover inside the blue line, Edmonton makes it 3-0.
Well, Derek Ryan gave it to the speedier Tyler Yamamoto, who broke away. Quinn Hughes got this puck all tangled up. And there's Derek Ryan to Yamamoto, gives it back to Ryan, and then Ryan wisely gives it to Yamamoto, who does have that great speed. Quinn Hughes is stripped of the puck by Yamamoto to start the play. And then he finishes it with a beautiful move on Thatcher Demko. Fakes the backhand, goes forehand, and underneath the bar.
Garland with some room. Down the right side, wide on McLeod. Centers, Pettersson shoots. Skinner the save. As Elias Pettersson let Garland. Same move to put it on the forehand and shoveled one wide of the goal. Now stepping up is Shen.
Look at where this hit happens. Shen pinches in. Lagesson just chips it by, and as you say, play it smart defensively.
The puck in from center. Tyler Benson gave it away. Justin Dowling down for Highmore, cuts in front with a shot, scores! DiGiuseppe was in front. He might have redirected that one after Highmore threw it on goal. Whatever the case, with 6:16 to go, the Canucks are on the board.
Well, it came off his skate. Tyler Benson with the giveaway just inside the blue line. There's Benson. He tries to throw it back to the middle, and that creates the turnover. And DiGiuseppe going to the front of the net. Well, he might have got his stick on him, not his skate. Either way, he's the one who gets the goal. Nice play by Highmore. You can see he's looking at DiGiuseppe all the way. Slides it across. It was his stick. Good tip. Elevated up.
Short sends the puck in behind the Canuck goal. 4 minutes remaining. Edmonton 3, Vancouver 1. Here's a turnover. Turris with a shot, and Demko was ready for that. Back to Hughes. Quinn Hughes, Miller, Horvat, can't get it to go. Ekman Larsson, stopped by Skinner. Out center, next over top of the goal by Horvat. And and time expires. I think Skinner got a right